Hi everyone, this is Nadina again. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to talk about all the problems around the Ethereum proof of work blockchain since they launched. But before we do that, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, these days you see a lot of headlines like this: Ethereum's proof of work hard fork struggles with technical issues, and replay attack tanks 90% since listing. And yeah, it's true. So the Ethereum W, which is the coin on the Ethereum proof of work blockchain, was traded around $140 before the launch, and now it's around 5%. So something went terribly wrong, and we're going to look into what the reasons were. So when there is a hard fork, you probably know it's when a blockchain plans on doing an upgrade, but some people don't agree with that upgrade and continue the old version of the blockchain. And that's exactly what happened when the merge of Ethereum happened. So that the merge was essentially an upgrade of the Ethereum blockchain, where they moved from the proof of work consensus algorithm to proof of stake. But because that essentially eliminates miners, some of the miners decided to continue the old Ethereum version as Ethereum proof of work. Now, the difficulty with hard forks is that you have to distinguish somehow these two blockchains, because in the very beginning, they're essentially an exact copy of each other. All the previous transactions are the same on both blockchains. So to distinguish the blockchains, they use a so-called chain ID, which is a unique identifier to make sure that transactions are done on the right blockchain. Because even if there wasn't a chain ID, you might not even know if you transferred Ethereum or Bitcoin. So each chain has actually their own chain ID. For Ethereum, it's 1, and they continue to use 1 after the merge. But the Ethereum proof of work blockchain had to update it. And they updated it, but they updated it to an identifier that is exactly the same as the Bitcoin Cash testnet, which is pretty surprising that a mistake like this happens. Like, you might think a hard fork is a pretty big undertaking, and you might want to make really, really sure that something like this doesn't occur. But it happened. So people that wanted to connect to the Ethereum proof of work blockchain, they got issues when they tried to use their wallets, because the wallets didn't know, they couldn't match the identifier with the token name, because it was the same for Bitcoin Cash testnet and the Ethereum proof of work. So they just got errors and they struggled to connect to the chain. So that was the first problem in the beginning. But then there was also another problem, a so-called replay attack. A replay attack is essentially when you have a hard fork, and in the very beginning, these two blockchains are exactly the same until one blockchain updates their unique identifier. So what people can do is essentially take a transaction on one chain and copy it to the other and take advantage of that. One way of doing that is to do a sandwich attack on top of the replay attack. So you would observe the network and you see a transaction, for example, on an exchange. You copy it from one chain to the other where the transaction didn't happen, and then you sandwich it with trades before and after. I talk about that in another video, and I'm going to link it in the description so you can review that if you want to know more about sandwich attacks. But that's not what the issue was here for the Ethereum proof of work, because they made sure to update it, even though it was a weird update of the chain ID. What happened actually involved the Omni bridge. The Omni bridge is a bridge which is essentially an application that allows you to move tokens from one chain to another. So Omni bridge allows you to move tokens from the Gnosis chain to the Ethereum mainnet. So as you can see here, it's called wrapped Ether because it's Ethereum on a Gnosis chain that you can then move to the Ethereum mainnet and get actual Ether. How this typically works is that you have a so-called vault, which is a smart contract that holds both tokens. So you would move your wrapped Ether from your address to the smart contract, and they stay in there on the Gnosis chain. But then the smart contract pays out Ether on the mainnet to your chosen address. And that was exactly the process that was exploited because there was some issue in the smart contract itself that didn't use the right chain ID. So the person or people, what they did was they moved wrapped Ether from the Gnosis chain to Ethereum mainnet. I think it was 200 Ether. And then they copied that transaction to the Ethereum proof of work chain and got another 200 Ether. So 200 Ether doesn't seem too much now. Maybe the attackers also didn't profit much. It seems a lot of work. And then, yeah, people got aware of it and the price tanked. So probably they didn't even really make much profit out of it. But it's pretty clever to exploit something like that. But also it's not actually an issue of the blockchain. It's an issue of this particular smart contract. But usually it takes a while until people really dig into it and it's just panic and people sell off. And so it certainly doesn't help the Ethereum proof of work blockchain in that sense. So one last thing that also was a little bit of a problem was that because there is not much confidence in the Ethereum proof of work blockchain, lots of miners moved away as well, so there's a very low hash rate right now. So they really struggle here, and I'm really wondering if that ever is going to recover, but yeah, time will tell. One last thing I just wanted to mention is that, so if you hold Ethereum, the Ethereum before the merge, and before the launch of the Ethereum proof of work blockchain, you should also have Ethereum W, the Ethereum on the Ethereum proof of work blockchain, because it's an exact copy. So to find out if that's the case, and it probably is if you had an Ether, you can go to this link, oklink.com, ETHW, and you can punch in your Ethereum address and you'll see if you hold any Ethereum W. So I personally held my Ethereum on a ledger, and if you did as well. So if you had it on MetaMask, you actually just can punch in the new blockchain information, which I have here. I can put that in the description as well. So this is here, you have to, just when you go to MetaMask, you can go here and add network, and then you put in this information and you'll get the ETHW-mainnet. So when if you have MetaMask and you held your Ethereum on MetaMask, that's very simple to do. I had my Ethereum on a ledger. So what you need to do is an additional step, and it's all explained here in this article. You create a new account on MetaMask, and then you can go to the settings and connect hardware wallet ledger, and then you will see your Ethereum W appear. But make sure that your ledger software is really updated. They mention it also in the article. That's also just on a side note here, so you know how to find your Ethereum W. Maybe you hold it and you see what, maybe, you know, who knows, it recovers and you got some extra money. Or maybe not. Maybe you rather trade it for something else. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.